Craps Dice Game Control Sets. Craps Dice Game Control Sets. All right, welcome back, guys. That's what we're going to be doing today. Craps Dice Game Control Sets. Dice sets. That's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. Welcome back. I'm Dangerous Arm. You're at the Dangerous Arm channel. Got a pair of dice at the bottom. That's what we're going to be using today. We're going to be giving you some tips on dice sets today. We're going to let you know how CK finds out new dice sets. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be explosive. So stay tuned, guys. Alright, guys, so what we're going to be doing in this video, we're going to be showing 10 throws, 5 throws of the soft touch. We're going to be using soft touch. We're going to be using a grip like this, way high at the top, on the razor's edge, thumb at the bottom. We're going to be using a new dice set that we figured out, and we'll tell you how we found that out. That's what this episode is going to be about. We're going to be using a 6-5-1-4 dice set. We're going to be throwing 5 with soft touch, 5 soft touch, guys, where we're going to land from a foot to 6 inches out. Then we're going to hit into the wall kind of easily. Then the other one's going to be our wall crashers, where we hit the wall anywhere from here to the bottom, crashing off the wall, then laying onto the felt. So the first one will hit the felt, the table, easy into the wall, back down for a decision. 5 of those. And we'll show you 5 wall crashers, straight into the wall and down, guys, with a new dice set. We're going to let you know how we figured out this dice set, and it is stable. Okay, so we got a come out roll. I was using a 5-4-2-4 dice set. My favorite dice sets, guys, seem to be the half sevens and all sevens. I mean, half sevens, all sevens when I go to if I'm, like I said, I mean, my theory is if I'm throwing more sevens than my average, which is, I don't know, once every 15 to 17 documented. I mean, I'll go to the all seven set, so. But we already stated we're going to be throwing 10 here. 5 soft touch, and 5 against the wall, wall crasher. We're going to be using a 6-5-1-4 dice set. And the way I found this dice set was I was using that, get back to the 5-4-2-4. I was using the 5-4-2-4, so I'm throwing the 5-4-2-4 wall crasher, whatever. That was short. I'm throwing that throw, and I 7 out. And when I 7'd out, tell you guys a secret. Here's how, it's about dice sets. Here's how we find out new dice sets over here at Dangerous Arm. My dice, when I turned them over, they had this dice set. They had this on the front. They had this on the top. 6-5-1-4. Then the bottom. 6 or 1. You got the 1. I'll turn it. And see, 1, 2, 6, 3. So that's what happened. So I was like, interesting, because I noticed with my throw over and over, the dice when I 7 out will be like dice sets. It's like weird. So I'm just telling you right now, guys, good thing you tuned in, you're still watching, because you just learned something. That's how I do it right there. I'll throw my dice and I'll sit there from thousands, I mean, and well into the hundreds of thousands of throws. I mean, legitimately, that watching these dice. That's why I say, guys, watch your dice when they 7 when you're practicing, and at the casino. Really watch them in your practice. That way you can see how they turn over, and and then you can make little hand adjustments. I mean, this is some really advanced stuff what I'm talking about now, and you got to be throwing a lot potentially to be understanding that. But it's just something that's very necessary, guys. Going back to the consistency in the other video. Appreciate you watching. But you want to, have those throws where after your throws, Watch the dice. Watch how they roll. Watch how they hit the wall. Watch how they come off the wall. Watch how they tumble. Do they tumble? No, do they tumble over? You know, I don't like when they tumble over. When they go like this, they flop over each other. I like when they come off the wall, bam, come down, and they spin out. That's what I like. That's a really controlled throw when they spin out. See, so I really don't like when they tumble like that. When they come off the wall and they hit, and then they just spin. See, because what happens when that happens, both dice hit. They both hit, and then they're spinning out. So whatever number's on there is the number you're going to have. It's not going to be tumbling. You know, none of that BS. So just telling you guys, that's how we find out dice sets right there. Let's get this come out rolling. We'll keep on japping. But that's how I found this dice set, though, guys. So, and it's a pretty good dice set. I've been working with it for a minute. I'll show you here. Got a 3 on that come out roll. 3. Come out 3. We're just using one pair of dice, so we'll be showing them like this. 10 of them. 6, 5, 1, 4 dice set. Yes, I found this dice set, and then I end up like ripping off like, oh man, it was like 35 or something off the wall crasher. 6. Oh. And I thought, well. So, you know, we went with it, and it's been, you know, holding up. We like when they hold up, you know, and you gotta understand, don't just give up a dice set if it just doesn't hold up, you know, right off, or just, you know, because I'm a firm believer, and you might be throwing one way today, and you might not be able to use that same dice set tomorrow, only because, not that you're not consistent, but only because, you know, do you have any wrist issues? Do you work on a computer? You know, do you have any carpal tunnel in your wrist or anything like that? 4, deuce, 6, Cadillac, point. It's a Cadillac. What that is when you throw your point and you throw it right back. Say if you got 1,000 on the line, you're going to appreciate that Cadillac. So anyway, so yeah, so, you know, you might be throwing, so that's another point. You might be throwing one way today and be using a dice set today, you know, all day, and it's working, it's hot for you. You can go to the casino, it's hot. Now, tomorrow comes, you might be using that, try to use that same dice set, and you're throwing really crappy. Well, you know, don't just give up on it. You know, just don't give up on it. Give it a minute, because after you do this for a while, you'll understand, like, oh, okay, yeah, that is a shitty dice set, because 7s will roll harder than way than normal. But you'll see. It's just, you know, once you get into it and testing these guys, this is a come out roll. You'll see what I mean. But you know, you might the second day. The second day, it might not work for you. Okay, so what you do is, another little secret while I'm talking about dice sets today, guys. That's a come out 4. You might have to switch to another dice set. I know some people might not agree with it, but hey, I remain super consistent. I mean, hardcore consistent with it. I'm just telling you my tricks, guys. Secrets, telling you straight up. Last roll with soft touch. Yo. So that's it on the soft touch. Roll 5 there. We're gonna go 5 on the wall crashers now. Same dice set. But shoot, I mean, like a person like me, you know, I have wrist issues due to lifting and, you know, background and, you know, some of the work I've done, stuff like that. You know, and I know there are thousands of others out there like that. So, you know, don't think that, you know, that's where people, I think, maybe get off track. But I've thrown hundreds of thousands of throws, guys. I know this to be a fact that, you know, you don't just give up immediately. Unless you see that it's 7 and 7 and 7, you'll know. Because it was just a shitty dice set for your particular throw. So I don't think that everyone's throw is the same. So each dice set's going to work differently. I might be rolling a 6, 5, 1, 4 right now, showing you guys that. You know, and you guys might not, it might not work with a lot of you. Hard 4. Hard 4. That's a point, guys. Off a wall crasher. First wall crasher, we got our point, so that's lovely. Heart 4. Yeah, so the dice set might not work the next day, but then you switch over to something else, and then that's fine, because I'm a firm believer in, you know, you might be angling the dice a little bit different. Your wrist might be inflamed a little bit, so your throw's going to naturally be off because of that little minutia. You know, it's no different than a high-level athlete. If you really start boiling it down, you know, to, you know, really start getting down to your consistency, these are going to be the things. These are going to be the things that'll, you know, that'll affect you. You know, how's the wrist doing every day? Because when you throw, I don't know, 500 to 1,000 throws a day, I don't know what it is, or, you know, practice 2 to 3 hours a day, or 3 to 5 hours a day, like I do. I mean, 5 on the top end, but I mean, you know, that's a lot of damn practicing, man. Your wrist gets tight, so, you know, don't get frustrated. The next day you might come back and it doesn't, you know, work out for you. Believe me, because your wrist just might be tight and it might not get warmed up, guys. So, hey, dice sets, just hooked it up for you. Come out, roll, wall crasher. The low one, yo. Wasn't what I wanted, guys, obviously. We'll take the yo. Vegas, come out, roll. So that's what I found out, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. Free of charge from Dangerous Arms. And believe me, it's the real. It's the real. It's the real shit. I wouldn't lead you astray. You know, I'm certainly Dangerous Arm, fearless captain. It's another yo. So we're getting paid off the pass line quite nicely off this one. That's never bad. I mean, you know, it's not a bad thing. Shoot, you'll take that money. You know what I mean? Put it right in the rack. Put it right in the rack, and then that lessens the pressure on the money that you put up on the line. See, you gotta, you know, whatever. But I don't even know how many that is now. I'm just japping away. Damn. 3 O's. Oh, shoot, my fault. 3 O 11s. That thing's coming off there nicely. So you can see I'm throwing a really consistent, you know, way right now, throwing that yo. Trying to get a come out roll. It's kind of funny, but hey, believe me, I'm putting that money right into the rack. Putting it right into the rack, man. You know, that's, shoot. It's almost a buy-in on the low end right there. I mean, where I'm at, you know, should they charge us, you know, minimum 10, you know, it'd be nice to get that 5 or that Vegas love, you know, where it goes down to 3 and 1 from what I hear. So this is our last roll, looks like, guys, on the wall crasher. Jeez. All those yos making money on them. Then we hit a little Joe on the last one. Funny. But hey, make money on that too, because we would have probably been playing the $4 horn. So, you know. So, what we got there? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we'll roll one more just because to get our point here, guys. I mean, silly. I mean, it happens, though. I mean, I didn't say that this dice set wasn't a set that hits a lot of crazy crap or extreme numbers, because it does. It really does. But that's not what this episode's about, guys. We just wanted to show you that, you know, it's a very stable dice set. You know, and I found it using a 5-4-2-4 dice set. And once I 7 down, like I said, it was landed on that dice set. So we got an 8. Got an 8 off the wall. All right, that's our 10 to get us in. Actually, 12. We're just going to stop it right there. We didn't want to take this long anyway, guys. So that's what we did. We rolled, I guess it was, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We rolled 11 rolls, guys. Rolled 11. I guess I could pan back. You can see. See, now you can actually see. So those reds are all the yos right there. Those are all the yos when we did 3 yos in a row. And then we hit the, I guess we had 2. Yeah, we hit the Cadillac point on the 6, which was nice. Then we hit the hard 4 point which is record breaking. Once we went to the wall crasher, then we threw the 3 yos and, whatever, the Lil Joe, the 3, and we rolled the last one, the 11, for the 8. Yeah, that's how we do it, though, guys. I mean, I'm just telling you straight. That's how I do it. That's how I've been doing it lately, and it works for me. I mean, the dice sets hold up at the casino. You just got to remember, if something's working for you and it doesn't, let's just put it this way, if it's working for you, go to the casino that day, whatever you're practicing with in dice set, guys. Remember, this is about dice sets. Whatever dice set you're using for that day, use that in the casino. So when you're doing your practicing, I feel, don't do over practicing before you go to the casino, guys. Of course, I'm not lecturing you, but just don't over practice. Just warm it up. Have your mind set on whatever dice set you're going to be using. Use that in practice. If it's working well, go with it. If it's not, switch to another one. Just find that out real quick if it's going to be working, because what happens is I assure you, for me at least, I've done a lot of working with my hands, so that's where my consistency comes in at, is, I can use the same dice set each day, but it might not perform as high as I want it to, and it might actually be lagging the next day, because my hand might be tight. I might have thrown, that 5 hours, so, and I didn't ice my hand afterwards, so my hand is a little bit inflamed and swollen. I mean, these are real things that go on, guys, at a high level of dice control. So I'm just wanting to let you know, because I do stay on it. I'm not over here not like staying on. I'm on it every day, and I'm not letting up. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much money I have. I'm going to stay on it. Unless something freakish happens, which, you want to take care of your health and your hands. So, hey guys, CK from Dangerous Arm. Remember, that's what I did for the dice sets. Watch your dice when you're rolling, guys. Watch your dice when you're rolling. Watch them when you throw them. Watch when they hit off the wall. Watch when they flop over or they land and they spin, like that. Notice, watch for the reoccurring numbers. It's always good to do like we did with the numbers, to stack on the numbers. And I don't always do that sometimes, because sometimes it takes a little more time than I like. And, a part of being consistent also I know it's about dice sets, but just want to throw it in about consistency, because that's what dice control is, consistency. And banging the same numbers. I'll sometimes not even throw with, using where I'm, showing the numbers. I'll do that to find out what the throw does. And then once I understand what the throw, will do, I'll just stack them up like on my little throwing station right here. I'll stack them up. That way I can throw, get the dice back real quick, throw, get the dice back, simulating as close as I possibly can to when I go to the casino. Because when I go to the casino, they're pushing those dice back really fast. Average person, if they get the dice back that fast and they're on a roll, would probably start breathing harder and start respirating, like their heart rate and everything will be up anyway, because their adrenaline will be going. But I'm just saying, they literally start breathing harder like you're walking upstairs or something, because they're shoving the dice back so quick. And if you kept rolling them as fast as they shoved them back, which that's what I like doing, because that puts me more in a rhythm, kind of like a shooter, like a 3-point shooter, where they're just feeding them, or just a good, NBA shooter. They're just feeding them the ball. So that's the way I look at it, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead. This is episode 176, Dice Setters, Dice Sets. Remember that, guys. Whatever dice set you're using, just watch how they roll. You just might want to try out how the dice come out and stick with that. Because I see people at the casino, well, they'll matter of fact, when I was last there, they're pushing the dice to the guy, and he would just pick them up and throw them. So however they landed, that's how I'd throw them. Well, when you 7 out, look how they land, because that might be, because I've noticed a lot of times, remember consistency. My throw, I'll notice, like if I 7 out, it'll be the same dice set. Or if I, go to that dice set, it'll flip back to the dice set that I was using before the dice rolled into that, 7 out into that, if that makes sense. So if I'm using a 5-4-2-4 dice set, it rolled into a 6-5. The dice would roll into that. It'd roll into that 6-5-1-4 dice set. And that's how I 7 out, guys. Okay, that's how I 7 out. Now, when I'm rolling with a 5-4-2-4 dice set, or I'm sorry. So that's how I found out that die set. So I was using the 5-4-2-4 die set. I was using the 5-4-2-4 die set. And when I 7'd out, I noticed I 7'd out at the 6-5-1-4 die set. The same die set I just showed you. 5 soft touches off the wall, then 5 or 6 wall crashers. Now I noticed when I use this die set, 6-5-1-4, I'll 7 out at, guess what? 5-4-2-4. So I'm just tipping you guys that information. So when you notice those kind of things, guys, just very interesting. Very interesting. So just take note of how your dice are rolling, guys. CK from Dangerous Arm. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Remember, the dice are in your hand, y'all. Don't be afraid of that half 7 set. Don't be afraid of the all 7 set. Just learn how to throw it. And remember, when you throw the all 7 set, close to the wall. Close to the wall. The dice have to fly tight together. That's the key. The dice, because we had someone that said that they're nervous about the all 7 set. There's nothing to be scared about it. Because if you notice and you're 7 out, 7 and out, and if you have a consistent throw, well, something's wrong in your throw. Why not go to the all 7? It's just something wrong in that day, and maybe you're not able to correct it, or you don't have the dice set to counterbalance what you're doing. Wrong in your throw because maybe your wrists are swollen. They're tight. They're not loosening up. This is a physical endeavor. Go to the all 7 set. Don't be worried about that. It's okay. Just make sure that you throw it tight. Throw it tight, up close against the wall. Up close against the wall. You'll do fine. CK from Dangerous Arm. We'll see you next time. Dice sets.